Yes, I'm thrilled to introduce our next speaker, an artist, singer, songwriter, Mariana Sadovska. It will be a premiere, the first concert lecture we will be having at Global Disconnect. Mariana, we are so happy that you're here and that your harmonium is here. And let me please shortly introduce you. Born in Lviv, Ukraine, Mariana Sadovska has lived in Cologne since 2002.
Recording in progress.
As an artist, she has been active throughout Europe and the USA since 1991, including as a composer of dramatic works and songs with her own concerts, as a singer and multi-instrumentalist and with multimedia performances, and as an actress and musical director of drama projects. She finds essential inspiration in the traditional music of Ukraine and Eastern Europe, which she systematically explores sonically, weaving it into unusual sound pictures and new arrangements and original compositions. Since she was 18, Mariana Sadovska has been traveling through villages in Ukraine and talking to the inhabitants, collecting songs and stories that are often only passed on orally. In the face of Russia's war against Ukraine, this collection has taken on yet other political qualities as a way of preserving an endangered tradition. Dear Mariana, a warm welcome, and the floor or the stage is yours.
schon... Ich bin nicht so oft beim so... Das ist nicht Premiere, aber ich bin nicht so oft beim Lecture Performance. Ich bin tatsächlich Künstlerin auf Englisch. It's not very often that I am doing lecture performances. I don't think myself as a scientist. I think myself as an artist. But my work, I started to become a musician because of my research in the Ukrainian villages. Since I was 18, I discovered it to me because even though I grew up in West Ukraine, I grew up with this post-colonial Russian vision of Ukrainian culture. It means the horrible kitsch you can only imagine, something you are ashamed, you love, you are not, never will be interested. And when I first time discovered in the village how the women were singing, and I realized that that's the true culture, that's what is hidden or what is attempt to take from us, then I became so curious and I started my roads. So I will take you today with me on the roads. And the name of this conversation is Ukrainian Polyphony. Polyphony, it means when many people are singing with different voices and they come together in a beautiful way. It's like Ukrainian traditional Bach music, or I don't know how to compare to make it more hearable. Of course, as a one person, I cannot yet sing with three voices in the same time, but I will invite you to visit with me the villages where I have been and to discover for yourself this polyphony. But I will be speaking mostly about Ukrainian polyphonic music, about Ukrainian ethnicity. But I want to make, it will be for the next lecture, but I want to mention that Ukraine is very multicultural. And we have actually the Ukrainian polyphony is including incredible culture of Krim Tatar people, huge heritage and culture of Jewish community in Ukraine, Roma, all this who are still living across the borders, like Romanian community, Moldavian community, Hungarian, all this still exists, Belarusian influences. But what you might not know that in this district here in Azovmer, there is living Greek community, which Katarina was deportating them when she annexed Crimea, and they are still living there, and they were since 2014 under occupation. They are still there. Actually, in May 2022, I supposed to go there to make research about their culture, which still survived. They even managed a little bit to perceive the language. And many others, like Bulgarian, Gagauzian, like all these who are in Crimea and close to Crimea. We have even Swedish villages in Ukraine. We have Albanian villages in Ukraine. Unfortunately, most of them are here in south of Ukraine, which partially are occupied now, or partially is to for example, survive the Kakhovka Dam. And actually, that's why I started with the song from this region, from south of Ukraine, which is singing about that the Black Sea started to storm, Black Sea started to grow, to flood. And actual song says, and our ship, our boat is thinking. And I allow myself as artist a little bit to bring new meaning to this ancient song, and I sing, and Russian ship is sinking. So, yes, because this is very important for me to say about this multi-language, polyphonic of culture, because we all survived Russian colonialism, which is doing what first? They come, they occupy territoria, they start to call the territoria Russia, they they refuse to accept that this is other culture and other country. They, as a first, they kill language. That's why Jewish people are lost Yiddish long before the Second World War. They were not allowed to speak Yiddish. That's why the Greek people were killed just because they were speaking Greek language. I received a book with only name of Greek people which were killed in 30s through Stalin. That's why we all were told to speak Russian as a language of culture and our language. That's first what they do, and then they kill identity. They so that to create this propaganda that we are all Russians and nothing else exists in this huge country. So, but now I think I'm really engaging you to look, because this is incredible. It's actually already, there is book in German called Unsere Andere, and it is a young scientist who is now living also in Germany because of the big invasion, and she made this incredible book. She went to the places and she made big research about all this multicultural community living in Ukraine. So, but now I will take you to the north of Ukraine, to border with Belarus, above Chernobyl. Chernobyl is somewhere here. And this region we call Polissa. It's very foresty and there are a lot of swamps. So it for some reasons, this region was never really destroyed till the Chernobyl, unfortunately. It was, and for some reason, the most ancient beliefs and ritual and music survived in the north of Ukraine, in this Polissa region. I want to share with you two things. One is this ritualistic part, which I will show you. I hope it will work with the ritual named Kust, which means bush. It's actually happening in it's a trinity. In Christian calendar is a trinity. The picture was made in 2004 when I was there. Because in these ancient rituals, Christianity in a very funny way or in a very weird way come together with pre-Christian beliefs and still practices. In these villages, I even heard from older women, they told like, oh, those priests, they tell us we shouldn't do our ritual. But you know, son, my grandmother was doing it, so what will you tell me? Christianity was trying to destroy it. And this beliefness is very much that we are connected to the nature in a very direct way. And that's why I'm talking about it, because it's influenced way of singing. So maybe I will just... for this ritual, they choose a girl or a young woman, and they decorate her with green leaves. Sometimes you even cannot see the face, and they call it bush, kust, and they walk from house to house, bringing this young girl into each house, singing the songs which supposed to bring fertility in every house. I see if it... Ich meine, nee, doch.
Господа, is no
these women will be here, you will need to have more distance to their singing. And so what is special here? The polyphony is called heterophonical polyphony. It means that they are actually singing one melody. But each of singers is little bit making her own, even breathing out, or her own ornamentation. And then it comes together in this like small difference between the melodic, like which creates small dissonance, small ornaments. And in this region, because people still believe that to make something happen in the nature, you have to communicate with the spirits. That's why, and how you communicate with the spirits? They are far away. You have to shout. Their singing is very loud. It's almost screaming, and it's a lot of very high overtone to get through. And sometimes they have in their music even those endings which have like yodel effect, where the voice is breaking and going directly to the sky. I can show you just a little bit. I cannot sing like those women, but I try. I'm learning all the time, and it's like something like that. And imagine few women. And not imagine, let's continue. They walk through the village with, she's an incredible singer, by the way, from the village Svarecevechi in the north of Ukraine. And they walk with her and they, what it wants from me? Können Sie mir vielleicht helfen? Weil, jetzt. Nee? I'm very bad with technique. My computer is doing it automatically.
Yes. It's supposed to be a bag.
So they were singing about destiny, that I'm searching for my destiny, and I don't know if my destiny took a river or if my destiny is going into the big fields. So its ritual is about fertility, but in the singing there are many other subjects about our life. And this is also women from the village, from North Ukraine, village Richisa, which after Chernobyl happened, the whole village was evacuated close to Kyiv. Special in this village was that they believes still that some people when they die, they don't go up or die, they stay for always in our world. We call them rusalki, like mermaids, or like rusalka, you know, from Dvorak. And in 1 week in the year, those spirits are coming to visit us humans. So we have to make a lot of rituals to make them nice to us. So in this way, the whole village, it used to be whole village, are making those green wreaths, and when the sun is going down, they are going as a procession to the cemetery. And when there is dark, there are a lot of fire. They make huge fire to make a lot of light. And they walk very slowly through the village, and they sing the song to awake, to call all the spirits, all rusalki, and to bring them back to the earth for the whole year till the next time they were able to visit us. And when they walk, they sing the songs which basically says like, wake up, go to your place. And in the end, they will hold very long tone all together. Sometimes it's longer than the song itself. And they will stand up and listen to this. And sometimes they will finish with the clapping hands, so to make some sound, some noise. So if any spirits somewhere, after party, sleeping, that it wake and come back to the earth. And I also in this region, when the women were going harvest, in the end, yes, like right now, they were dressing the most beautiful dress, like to the church, not working dress. And they were going, and each woman was working in her field, and they were singing songs with belief that with the voice they can push the clouds, the rain clouds away. And each woman will be singing in her fields, but up in the sky there will be amazing, because each woman will be singing different music, different song, and up it creates amazing polyphony. And we will stay in this region, and I will sing for you those harvest song and spring calling song, which I learned in this region. Ой, відверни, Боже, хмару, на чужою with some of those ladies, I am still in touch, and I have to say, the Russian tanks were going towards Kyiv through those villages. And many of them experience occupation and yes. But now we will go to the heart of Ukraine, which is somewhere here. It's a central Ukraine. It's Poltava region, and I will take you to one of the most special village. The name of the village is Kryachkivka. It's 2 hours driving from capital, from Kyiv. And in this village survived Polyphony, which is the polyphony, the Ukrainian polyphony. When every singer is singing different voice. And just let's listen to it. Ich bin mit dieser Maus nicht so vertraut. Einfach, genau. Da muss man, aber ich weiß nicht, wo ich das nicht schaffe. Sorry for my technical. Here, so even though I wanted to show the picture of them, yes, this is the group, the name Drevo, which means tree, and what is characteristic for this region and for this kind of polyphony? There's only one person who is singing high voice. They call it she's dragging the song, because not too easy to sing so high with the chest voice. There's only one person who is singing middle voice, and they are free, so it's never the same. It will be always little bit variation, it will be always little bit improvisation. And all other will be singing bass line, but each person is singing little bit different bass line, and even if there will be only 4 people, you will have a feeling that's a choir singing, also because the overtone. And that's why to learn this way of singing, the ethnomusicologist has to go and record each singer separately to understand what's going on and all this small, very individual way of ornamenting. And I have been in this village in May 2023. And they're still singing. They're singing with the children. They are active, and thanks God, they didn't experience anything horrible. And everyone in Ukraine who is doing anything with the Ukrainian singing, we all are singing songs from this village. It's like an incredible well. And I discovered them because of this person. His name, actually he should be here. His name is Yevhen Yefremov. He's ethnomusicologist from Kyiv Conservatorium, and he was the first one in Ukraine who in 70s told it's not enough just to record this music and then to analyze it and then to put it into archive. We have to learn how to sing it as the ethnomusicologist to in the way to keep it alive. And he, I never really study from him, but I always say that I consider him my big teacher, and it's because of his writings. My first expedition, I knew in which village to go, and I want you to listen now. He, of course, with his students are singing. They're singing Drevo song, the tree song, from the village Krachkivka, and just again, I hope it will let us. This is Yevhen Yefremov, and those are all ethnomusicologists and musicians from Kyiv Conservatorium. Oh, no, it should be up, and it should be singing. There is...
This one?
No?
This one.
There is also music behind. Okay, doesn't want. Maybe you will Google it. There is music behind it.
Maybe not visible
Because of the photos. Okay. Within the time.
No, I don't know. I have to see.
Concurrention between Mac and not Mac.
Yeah, I think it's PC programs.
Okay, then we can have this picture. Yevhen Yefremov, if you are interested, please go. The name of his group, always also called Tree. I wanted you to hear this music, this song, because the song is about the tree. And the whole, maybe I will sing you a little bit. The whole first verse, very long, it's like a haiku. It's only describing there is a tree so tall and so bright and with branches so curly and with the leaves so green, and so the whole, it's polyphony. But I will sing you a little bit just to see there is a tree so tall with beautiful leaves, and it sounds like that. Stop it. I'm only singing there is a tree. That's it. It's like the haiku. It's meditation. And also when I was singing to it now, you could feel weird, not expected oriental ornamentation. I will leave it to the real ethnomusicologists, but probably that's those influence of Krim Tatarian music, of Greek music, of all this enrichment of each other, leave those ornamentic. And now I will sing you what I prepared to sing from the village Krachkivka, because there is another aspect in in Ukrainian music which I think always important to tell. Sometimes when you come and you ask somebody to sing, be sure next 4 or 5 hours you're sitting there and listening. And if you were like, okay, I'm really tired, I want to go to... Oh, one more song. My song. And they're singing you... And I was always very curious about this. What it is my song? Did you compose it? No. But this song helped me to go through my life. Every time I was singing, I was feeling not good or very happy or I was singing this song. And when I was later discovering and searching in other traditions, it's almost like yoik in Nordic, in Sami tradition, where they believe that each person has a song which is only yours, even though if you don't compose it, but it's your talisman. I will sing now a song of Baba Hanna Levada, and it is a widow song. The widow walking through the valley sat down to rest and to feed her small child. Oh, my son, my little one, where is your dear father? The eagle flying by answered her, oh, widow, how beautiful you are, but how hard is your fate. I see your husband. I know your husband well. I see him every day in the morning, in the evening, for my breakfast, for my lunch, for my dinner. I perch on his eyebrow. I scattered the bones. I covered the grasslands with his black hair. That's how I know your husband.
Яка в тебе удово, да й доля нещасть, а я вдову твого мужа знаю, 7 раз на день дай перевідай. снідаю і обідай, полудную і вечеряй, на чорний чуб наступай, косточками мостивими мощай, білим тілом степи устілай. Отак, вдово твого мужа знала. І йшла видова долиною з маленькою
It will be the next lecture when we can talk about traditional music and psychological psychology, which is coded in traditional music, which help us to go through good and bad time, and which sometimes if you sing something very horrible, actually, people used to believe that in this way you push it away, you transform it, you sing it, you speak it out, and then it will not happen. But that's other subject. I will take you now to the west of Ukraine, here, to the Carpathian Mountains. Carpathian Mountains, there is no singing polyphony, because it's mountains. And singing together is coming very much from working together, gathering together in the end of the day. And in the mountains, each house is so far away. It's not easy, but they have very developed instrumental music, and I couldn't not show you this. This is a ritual, New Year ritual, when they come and they perform it to the sky and to the earth. And I love this as an example of archaic traditional music, which sounds totally, if you close your eyes, it's new music composition. It's completely contemporary dodecaphonic music, which I hope will work now very much. And it's another lecture is about gender role, because if you've seen in the north of Ukraine, rituals were made and still only by women, and there are rituals where only women can do, and only women are responsible for it. And here in the mountains, it's very masculine, and men are doing it, and it's this attempt to stay in contact and in balance with the nature, and through the music influence and keep the balance. I will show you the next video. It's in the ritual of baptizing the water. Here in Germany it's Drei Könige. We call it Jordan. In the old calendar, I hope it will be changed soon, it's 19th of January. We have to baptize the water, and we call each river Jordan River. And it's this. No. No, it should be this. Please work with me. Yes. No. I am so... I can play this instrument, but my son was helping me to make this PowerPoint presentation. Another example of Christianity and before Christianity. Maybe because it's male singing, there is no much individual orientation. Yes, so, yes. The jazz attempt, it's another, I could speak here for hours about, and it's only Ukrainian ethnicity, and I will, in the west of Ukraine, there are three particular groups: Huculian, which we just saw, Boyki, and Lemke. Lemke, that's a small ethnicity. They are between Poland, Slovakia, here. They were basically divided, and all this war and bringing people there and there. It's very, very strong and tragic and interesting history. And I will sing now such Lemko song, mountains, rhythmical rhythms, and different energy, influence of Hungarian music, of course, and the song name is Czardasz. Kiedy mi przyszła karta narokować, stawia muzykanci doszykować. Hej wy, muzykanty, zagrajcie mi Czardasz, ja se polam, daj ostatni raz. Hej wy, muzykanty, zagrajcie mi Czardasz, ja se polam, daj ostatni raz. And with this energy, you are singing about you got mobilization and you need to go to the war. And you ask musician to play for you so you can dance for the last time. And you ask your father, go for me, because 3 women will be waiting for me: my mother, my sister, and my pregnant wife. Kiedy mi przyszła karta narokować, stawia słonenia doszykować. Hej, neniuż mi, neniu, zwolisz moją wolę, jedy za мене złożyć na tu wojnu. Hej, neniuż mi, neniu, zwolisz moją wolę, jedy za даш грати. Стали місяць сльози з очу ляти, ніхто не заплаче, ні отець, ні матка, лем за мною заплачуть 3 дівчатка. Ніхто не заплаче, ні отець, ні матка, лем за мною заплачуть 3 дівчатка. А одна заплаче, бо я її брат, а друга заплаче, бо я її сват, а третя заплаче, третя заголосить, бо вона од мене дитя носить. А третя заплаче, третя заголосить, бо вона од мене дитя носить. Kiedy mi прийшла карта на роковаць, став я музикантів дошіковаць. Ей, ви, музиканти, заграйте мі шардашнай, я се погулям, дай останній раз. Ей, ви, музиканти, заграйте мі шардашнай, я се погулям, дай останній раз. It's interesting. I now realize that this song was men's song. All songs before we were hearing were more female songs. Even though, as you heard in Ukraine, there is this singing together. It's not like in Georgia, like the men were singing mostly separately and women separately. Or even I learned that in Switzerland, that yodel was not allowed for the women. It was only men sing, you know. In Ukraine, we had this singing together. It's another subject for another study. We are going now here, to the east of Ukraine, to Donbass region. I have to be now very strong. I let them sing. Oh, it will again, because it's hidden. So can we do it? It's hidden before. I was there in 2016, village Yegorivka. It's behind the photo, you know.
Maybe we can close the one and then change the place of the photo.
Because we need to hear their voices. And
But there's nothing.
there is music. Can we just take away the photo, maybe?
No.
Da ist Musik da drunter, in jedem Fall. Doch. Wenn Sie das Foto komplett versuchen verschieben, kann das machen?
Kann ich nicht.
Nicht bearbeiten.
Nee, es ist gesperrt.
Vielleicht,
Die
weil es
Datei.
geteilt ist.
Ich will die.
Ja,
Ich frage mich, ob ich dann...
ja. Vielleicht müssen wir die Aufnahme löschen.
Freigabe stoppen. Da ist einfach gar nichts.
Okay, nee, dann... Das wäre möglich, eventuell aus meinem Computer, aber... Und wenn die nächste... Genau, und noch nächste. Genau, da kann man. Das ist aber anderes, weil die andere Lied hätte ich euch gerne. I would love to hear this other song, because you will hear Donbass steppe region, incredible power. Even like, probably you thought like, wow, it's so powerful, North and Carpathian and East. But there is even more. Then when they are singing, it's like their voices, female voices, sounds almost like male. It's very, I have to now describe. And I met their ethnomusicologist women, Irina Krychenko, in the Volnovaha city, and I'm very happy to say that she, after 6 months of occupation, she managed to escape, and she's close to München now with her daughter and her grandson. So thanks God. And if we don't hear this old lady, at least we hear where it is. Yeah, this is Irina Krychenko from Volnovaha and her collective. They're all spread around all possible places. And first we hear music and then I tell. She's singing her mother wedding song. In the end, the voices are dividing. Yes, unfortunately, very short. What I want to tell about them, that in this, Irina Krychenko in the village, in the small town Volnovaha, organized kind of museum of people craft, like of clothes and every, also die Sachen, die man in Alltag benutzt hat. Everyday objects. She organized collective. There were 40 people, from children, mothers and grandmothers, and fathers. So it was really, for me, it was absolutely unique collective. Now they are spread all around. And what happened now in this museum, in this occupied through Russia town, Russians are telling that this is all Russian object, and they using it to cultivate culture of Novorossiya. And when she came here, because she escaped to Germany, we were helping her, and she told that she managed to bring her mother, dresses from her mother collection, that's it. And thanks God, on the minis and stick, all recordings of all music, which she did through her life, and which we did also together when I was there in 2016. So I'm back to this what is going on now, this very different, very perfect way of colonization, when imperium is trying to destroy culture, to destroy that is never like genocide. And it's happened now in Ukraine, and it's happening in Chechnya, and it's happened in Yakutia, it's happened in Buryatia, it's happened in Nordic, in Mordva, and all those regions which are still under Russian colonization. And yes, I need to say that each possibility for me to speak to people, I always try to say it. This is a flag of my brother. My brother is now in the front. And I want to show you, because I want that we will never be tired of this war somewhere. This war is about dictatorship, totalitarianism, and us, people who want to live free. And we see now that they come together, North Korea, Russia, China, Iran. And we see now that it's not anymore only about Ukraine, it's also Israel, Taiwan is the next, we are the next. So let's please be active. I didn't hear all speech, but I heard a little bit about being active, being activist, being with your work ready to pay the price. That's what in Ukraine people say. I just have been there, I just returned. 2 days ago, and people say, we stay here and we resist till the end. We know what can happen, we will stay here because freedom is what we want, not slavery, not. So that's how I will end, and I will, because it's another only 12 minutes, maybe I will ask you if you have questions, to have questions, or I can sing you last song. And then questions.
Yes.
And I will sing you a song which I composed 2014 using the words of Serhiy Zhadan, Ukrainian writer and poet, and combining it with the wedding song from Donbas region. And wedding song says that I plant the tree in the garden of my parents. I plant the tree, and I'm curious who will come and gather the tau, the morning dew from my tree. It's a wedding song. But before, Serhiy Zhadan. Where are you from? Black caravan, you flock of birds. Where are you from? Where are you from? Black caravan, you flock of birds. Where are you from? We once lived in the city that no longer exists. Where are you from? We once lived in the city that no longer exists. Where are you from? We have come here, tired and ready to submit. Could you tell your people there is nobody left to kill? We have come here, tired and ready to submit. Could you tell your people there is nobody left to kill? Oh no, so 7 minutes for questions, and I know one question. You will ask me what it is. This is Indian harmonium, and this instrument came to India with the colonization of India, when the British people brought it as a church organ, as a portative church organ, and Indian culture absorbed this instrument. Now they are made in India. They called Indian harmonium, and they play in Pakistan, in part of Afghanistan. This instrument I bought in Afghanistan, 2002, when I was there to make research about Afghan music. So this is Indian harmonium, which came from Britain and now came into Ukraine, and already 2 more artists are using it as a music instrument to accompany Ukrainian music. What's the name? Global Disconnect. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we feel really gifted that because you performed for us, and I think I learned a lot and it was really moving. But we have still time for questions. Please ask if you have questions. Mariana is still here. Annie?
Yeah, thank you so much. This was really touching, and I think what you showed us is that knowledge cannot only be, learned in a traditional way by reading and absorbing words, but it can be felt. So I think this is really important to sense actually knowledge. So I was wondering, because I know it from another country which is really, really small, but is still struggling for kind of an own identity, because it's also very pluralistic in different senses. It's Croatia, but Ukraine is really, really a big country compared to Croatia. But I was wondering, how does this knowledge that you are sharing, the way you are sharing it here, this culturally polyphonic, archaic, even not only multi-local, geographically really pluralistic, historically pluralistic, and even you call it ornamental pluralistic knowledge that you are presenting here, how does it actually relate to, I would call it kind of a, nationalized knowledge. So knowledge that actually each nation is kind of trying to communicate also, maybe parallel to these small communities, to these very specific local cultures that everywhere exist. So how do you work with this? Is it a tension for you, or is it is there a harmony for you? How do you feel it? How do you communicate it, and how do you see it?
Thank you. I'm actually in when I was now in Ukraine, in Lviv, it was book forum there, book messe, and there was incredible, interesting panel with Eva Thompson, who wrote book about troubadours of Imperium and about a lot about colonization and a lot about Russian colonization. And she used terminology which I heard for the first time. She told about aggressive. She told like there are a lot of nationalism, but there is aggressive nationalism and protective nationalism. Nationalism, which people use to try to protect their identity when it is in danger because of aggressive nationalism, which is trying to occupy and rid of. It's Eva Thompson. I heard it for the first time, and it was very interesting because definitely it's a big question in our, not only about Ukraine, not only about, it's a question about our world, how we became, how to keep the particularity tradition alive and still be part of the world and humanity, and not became narrow. That's why for me in my research was very interesting and very important to search not only for Ukrainian ethnicity. And I know that there are examples how such culture will be used for political reason and for horrible reason. I don't want to even, and I know it could be. I think maybe for me, I'm not sure, but for me it's like, I believe something will be alive so long as people will practice it. So the song will survive so long as I will sing it, or somebody else. And maybe I will sing it with Indian harmonium, or I will be singing with grandmothers, or my daughter will be singing with pop band, but she will be singing. So the song will be transforming, but it will be alive. That's about how to, difficult discussion, how to preserve, how to not make it only museum. And I actually have no answer about I'm living in Germany, and I'm having in Germany Ukrainian German choir, and we are singing Ukrainian and German songs, because 80% of choir are Germans, which discovered for themselves German traditional music, which were used and people never, and we are rediscovering it, and we make that the music start to speak, start to influence each other. How to keep your identity and be how to be nationalist and internationalist in one person, I have no answer, I'm sorry. But I love the mythology of indigenous people in Australia who believe that your territorium is so far as you keep singing your song, and then you meet another people and they're singing their songs, and in the border you exchange and the border disappear. It's such a beautiful metaphoric. So I don't have answer in scientist way, but I try to keep this metaphor for me alive.
Thank you.
Yeah. The very last question by Stella.
I'll keep it simple. Thank you for sharing your brother's flag. And when you shared it, you said, this is my brother's flag. And I guess my question is around, sort of follows from that one, but a simpler one, around those of us who come from communal cultures where we own music and folklore communally, in terms of knowledge, is there a tension around copyright as a musician who goes into Ukraine, to your people, and gets music and plays it? How do you deal with copyright issues, which is totally not an issue in communal places? Is there a conflict of interest? Is there a clash? That is your brother's flag. That is a Ukrainian flag. Whose flag is it? This is my music I'm singing as a Ukrainian. This is communal Ukrainian music. Whose music is it? Who owns the music?
I think a flag is different for me than music in this moment. But when I never thought I will be singer. When I went to the village and women were singing for me and telling me the stories and telling me, I sang you all my life, I felt like, okay, I cannot keep it, I have to sing it. And that's why I try to give a name of person who sang me a song. Even though she didn't compose it, Hanna Levada, but it was her song. That's why I try to opposite it to our Soviet. So when I grow up, there was like folk music, народные песни. It was nobody's, belongs to nobody. No. Behind each song there is a person, there is life, and for me it's very important, and it is issue in Ukraine. And sometimes I heard from the women in the village like, oh, we listen in radio our song, and nobody even tell that it's our song. So there is an issue, and I really think it's very important to show the source, to try to show the source, But I do a lot of workshops, I teach this music, and I encourage, don't try as an artist don't try to copy it like you think it's proper. Take it, make it to your own. Make it to your own music. So own it, you know? And then with memory, with not making and then forgetting where you get it from. Like try to be responsible from where you get it from. And if I'm singing Bulgarian song from Bulgarian village, I need to be responsible. I cannot just use it because I found it on YouTube. I think it's, yeah.
So thank you, Mariana, again.
Make it to your own, sorry, because then maybe something even new appear. We had, I have to say this, we have a very big community from different African countries, and they started to work with Ukrainian music, and something really interesting started to grow up, and then the war, and it's now stopped. But I was really hoping, I was dreaming what will happen in 100 years, what kind of new style we will get when the culture will meet, and a little bit utopian.
Okay, thank you. But I think we have to go on in
Yeah.
our program. We have a 5-minute break and then have our next panel.